Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome and good morning, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Chairman, thanks for mentioning the good works done by our counties. Unquestionably, and we can all speak for our own individual districts, and I can certainly speak for mine, and I know how well they do their job and how much they care about it. Just shifting gears a little bit because it's fresh in my mind, we met in testimony with the open records folks last week, and one of the things they talked about was the right to know requests. I had a feeling you'd know this was coming up. But I have to ask you, what kind of burden is that on you? What kind, the numbers are large, clearly, and I know some have gone through my district too, so I'm aware of that. But what does that do to your operation? Is it costly? How much of a fiscal impact is that?
You're referring to the amount of right-to-know requests that come from inmates.
Inmates in our state
corrections. And I think the last time I checked the number, it was about a gazillion or somewhere
I was going to write that down,
yeah,
but I was guessing a gazillion, yes.
But yeah, we get a lot of them. And you know, I don't think that when the open records law was put together, they contemplated that that it was for inmates to enjoy themselves and pass the time and hopefully get some information on a staff member that they can perhaps use as a later date. We get a lot of them. The thing is from a resource standpoint, we do have to get legal more involved because of the open records requests, but we get those requests anyhow. And I think the point and the argument why inmates shouldn't be part of that right to know law is because they already have a mechanism to get the appropriate questions answered through our grievance system. But it does add some legal, I couldn't exactly put a price on it.
Do you have statistics on number? I mean, a gazillion is a good number,
yeah.
But
I will get you whatever numbers we have.
I'd be interested to know just how many there are, and from your perspective.
Yeah, in the board, we have, over the last 3 years, 1,300, and 70% of those came from inmates. And any additional it does put a burden, as the Secretary said, not only on our legal staff, but our own staff responding to those right-to-know requests. So we would support any kind of legislation in modifying or...
That's where I was going to go with this. What can we do? We talked about this last week, and that potentially there's some way of amending the law, or I'm going to assume you'd like to see that happen then from what you're saying, and your recommendation would be that we take a look at that particular piece of the law.
Yeah, and we have some language our legal folks we've been discussing this for 2 years since our administration came on board. So we'll certainly share that language with you and share our numbers.
That'd be great.
Specifically.
That'd be great. I'd like to see the numbers. I'd appreciate your 1,300.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.